Microsoft Flight Simulator. Objectives.
I hope that the scene, it's stuck on objective. I don't know. I've got a feeling nobody's going to be able to see the window. I think it's stuck on this external with...
Unknown cursor. Objectives. Objectives.
And I don't know how to close this.
Screen review. Top blank. Bottom object. Bottom blank. Top blank. No next. Close button closes the window. Objectives. Close button closes the press. Ops 29.0.2 left parent. 64.
Oh, I just closed the whole daggone window.
Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft.
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, here we go. All right. This is outside the sim.
Runway 20 at 3R8/2715.
We're at Scottsburg, Indiana. Give you a look around. I just hope we got enough room to take off. I forget the name of this plane. 3R, a J3R38, something like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some stuff turned on here. We need
battery master active. Avionics master active. Instruments on.
Avionics on. Instruments. Battery is on. Okay.
Beacon on.
Beacon is on.
Landing on.
Landing lights are on.
Taxi on. Navigation on.
Navigation is on.
Strobe on.
Strobe is on.
Number 1 starter engaged. Number 2 starter engaged. Number 1 starter off. Number 2 starter off. Number 1 starter engaged. Number 2 starter engaged. Avionics master off. Avionics master active. Number 1 ignition on. Number 2 ignition on. Number 1 starter off. Number 2 starter off.
Alright, we are running.
Parking brake off.
Let's hope we can get in the air.
$20 knots.
22 knots ground speed. 28 knots
29
ground
knots.
speed. 37 knots
38
ground
knots.
speed.
Gonna make it. Come on.
45 knots.
Get up. Get up.
52 knots. 60 knots.
Trim up cold 0.12. Trim up
65
cold
knots.
0.2. Trim up cold. Trim up trim disabled.
Aircraft nose
71
inlet
knots.
off.
Shoot.
Joystick L axis Y.
77 knots. 81 knots.
10,
Airborne. On ground. 89 knots. 93 knots. Airborne. On ground.
20,
Parking brake on.
Airborne.
Parking brake on.
On ground. 14 knots.
We didn't make it. We gotta do something.
Ops 20 FSUI jump to gate. Microsoft Ops FS jump to gate row 1 column. Gates lit. Airport code edit land. 0 loaded.
Oh, I can't jump to a gate like that.
Jump to gate. Gates list.
Dang it.
Talking flight monitor.
Let me try something. All right.
Talking flight monitor. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator dash 1.31.18.0. Unknown cursor paused.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1.
We got to try it again.
Currently highlighted. Assistance
We
options.
cannot do it with this one.
Button 3 of 4. Press ESC to cancel. Assistance options. Social panel. Button. Select to access notifications, multiplayer server options, friend list, any active groups, or a list of recent players.
Unpaused.
Hold on.
Paused.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Press ESC to resume. Press space to load/save. Press home to restart. Press end to main menu.
Actually, okay. Hold on.
Unpaused.
We'll do something different.
Paused.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Press ESC to cancel.
Squawk 0000.
We're going to try it again,
Taxi off.
y'all.
Total fuel colon 2,412.0 pounds. 402.0 gallons. Total fuel flow colon 0. Squawk 1200.
Loading, please
Unpaused.
wait.
Number 1 ignition off. Number 2 ignition off. Parking brake off.
94%.
Squawk 6704. Com 1 colon 132.07. Com 1.
But
Alright, come on. Here we go.
16 knots ground speed.
23 knots.
minimize UI panel. Button.
34 knots. 43 knots.
Expand UI panel.
52 knots.
54 knots ground speed.
61 knots.
Minimize
68
UI
knots.
panel. Button.
75 knots. 81 knots.
Come on, pick
87
up.
knots.
Pick up.
Airborne. 94 knots. On ground. 100 knots.
Parking
Airborne.
brake off.
On ground. 11 knots.
We can't do it.
Pause.
I got a better idea.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1.
We're going to pick a different plane. We can't do it. We'll go to Louisville. We'll take off in Louisville.
Next waypoint colon. Dot distance
Dang,
colon. 0
dang.
nautical miles. Bearing colon 0 degrees.
Twice that happened. Alright.
Avionics master off. Parking.
Shoot.
Folder view list. Micro.
Let me get our chat going.
Loading,
Microsoft Flight
please
Simulator.
wait.
Folder view list.
52%.
Real weather 11 of RCV 4. Reaper left pair. Restream chat. Wait cursor.
Welcome menu.
Open file. Run as a
Page
open
1
with
of
run as
3.
admin. Folder
We'll
view
get
list.
the chat
Restream
on
chat.
for you guys.
Press
Start cursor.
ESC to quit the desktop.
I think we're
Press
hitting
tab to
water,
read
you
support
guys. I
and
don't know
release
because I
notes.
can't see it.
Normal
My,
cursor.
my screen doesn't work.
Explorer app start cursor. Normal cursor.
But I'm pretty sure we're hitting water. It makes like a
Restream chat row 1 column 1. Normal cursor. Restream chat header clickable 8%, 18%. Type of message. Edit blank.
Okay, so
Clickable menu button. Disable button. Enable button.
if anybody's watching this got sight,
Clickable type of message. Edit.
if you want to tell me what happened there,
Type of message. Edit
that'd be
blank.
good. But I'm gonna put my email here as well. Alright, there's our email. And let's get back to the window
Folder
here.
view list. Restream. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Alright.
Local players. World map.
So let's see what kind of plane that was I was trying to take off with.
World map. World map. Button. Flight. Select departure. Combo. Aircraft selection and customization. Aircraft selection. Button. Press ESC to close. Douglas DC-3. Liveries. Douglas DC-3, Classic Cruise Speed
oh, the
184 knots. Extra 330 LT Cruise Speed 150 knots. True Airspeed Max Altitude 10,000 feet. Endurance 4 hours. Range 600 knots. Douglas. Extra. Flight Design CTSL Cruise Speed 120 knots. True Airspeed Max
We're
Altitude
up on the server.
15,000 feet. Endurance 6 hours. Range 780 nautical miles.
Yeah, I'll pop up there here. Give me a few minutes and I'll pop up there.
Grumman G21A Goose Cruise Speed 140 knots. True Airspeed Max Altitude 21,000 feet. Endurance 2 hours. JMB Aircraft BL3 Cruise Speed 130 knots. True Airspeed Max Altitude 13,000 feet.
Let's try that one.
Selected. VL3.
Alright.
Aircraft selection and custom. Zoom in. But. Press tab to help. Zoom out. Flight conditions. Select arrival. Switch departure. Select departure. Combo box.
So we'll do departure.
Search results. 0.
Louisville.
KSDF. KSDF / Louisville INT. Select departure. Drop down. Welcome. Button.
Come on, I need a runway.
Welcome. Button. World map. Button. Welcome. World map. Button. Friends. Select arrival.
Okay.
Switch departure and arrival. KSDF Louisville INTL Standiford Phi. KSDF Louisville INTL Standiford Phi Louisville. Runway, 35L. 35L. 29 7000. Parking 1 ramp mill cargo. Drop down option. Press B to go back. Gate / parking. Drop down option. Press B to go back.
Come on.
Runway, 35L. Runways 17L 35R 17R 35L 1129 gate / parking 1 ramp mill cargo parking 2 ramp mill cargo parking 3 ramp mill cargo parking 4 ramp mill cargo parking 5 ramp mill cargo parking 6 ramp mill cargo. Drop down list. Select to view available choices. Press B to go back. Runway, 35L, runways 17L 35R 17R 35L 1129 gate / parking 1 ramp mill cargo parking 2 ramp mill cargo parking 3 ramp mill cargo parking. Runway, runway, 35L. Runway, 35L, 35, KSDF Louisville INTL. Runway, parking 3 ramp mill cargo. Search press right stick to turn globe. Gate, parking 3 ramp mill cargo. Drop down list. Select to view available. Switch departure and select arrival.
Okay.
Combo box.
Arrival.
Search results, 0.
We'll do.
Text entry field. Select to enter 3 search. 3R8 search results, 11. 3R8 / Scottsburg. Select arrival.
There we go.
Drop down list.
Next waypoint : DIMECL distance : 5200 nautical miles. Bearing : 313 degrees. Current aircraft : VL3 of Sobo.
Like a 10-minute flight or something. Give me a minute. I'll be up there. You guys don't leave because he talked to you about something. So, yeah.
Loading, please wait. 41%.
Parking brake on. Next waypoint colon Timio. Distance colon 3 nautical miles. Bearing colon 1 degrees 0 seconds.
Loading, please wait. 68%.
Paused. Simulation rate colon 1.
Loading, please wait. 73%. Loading, please wait.
Squawk 1200.
80%.
Next waypoint colon 3R8. Distance colon 29 nautical miles. Bearing colon 359 degrees 0
Loading,
seconds.
please wait. 80%. Loading, please wait. 83%.
This one must be a decent newer airplane they added because it's taking longer to load. So
Loading,
it's gotta-
please wait. 83%. Loading, please wait. 83%. Loading, please wait. 83%.
Unpaused. Paused.
Here we go.
Loading, please wait. 0%. Ready to fly. Button. Ready to fly. Button. Ready to fly.
Unpaused. Geardown.com 1 colon 121.
Here we go. All right.
Gate Park 3 at KSDF.
All right. We're at Louisville.
New
Battery master active. Navigation on. Number 1 starter engaged. Number 1 ignition on.
Keypad
Avionics
left.
master active. Number 1 starter off.
Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting pushback.
Louisville ground JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra no pushback tug is available to answer your request.
Parking brake off.
New sub-objective. Use ATC radio to request taxi clearance.
Two knots ground speed.
Come on, dude. Request taxi.
0 knots in. 2 knots ground speed. Parking brake on.
Louisville ground JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra with whiskey request taxi to the active departure to the south.
JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway 17 right via taxiway Echo Cross runway tree 5 right Echo Alpha cross runway
Oh, I
17
hate
right.
17.
Contact tower on 124.2 when ready.
Parking brake off.
Taxiing hold short runway 17 right via taxiway Echo cross runway tree 5 right Echo Alpha cross runway 17 right JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra.
New objective taxi to edge of the runway. 1 steps.
0 knots ground speed. Total fuel colon 66.0 pounds 11.0 gallons. Total fuel flow colon 2.
Fourteen knots.
New sub-objective. Stop
13
before
knots.
entering runway and tune ATC radio to
14
tower.
knots. 12 knots. 15 knots. 13 knots. 14 knots. 13 knots. 13
Don't
knots.
sound bad.
14 knots. 13 knots. 14 knots. 14 knots. 13 knots. 12 knots.
Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra hold position caution.
12 knots.
Airbus A20N.
13 knots.
Hold position
14
JMB
knots.
Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra.
14 knots.
JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra. Continue taxi.
Roger, JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra.
JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra hold position caution. The departing Airbus A20N.
Gotta wait for his Airbus to get out of our way.
Hold position JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra.
See if we can hear him.
JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra. Continue taxi.
Roger, JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra.
Thirteen knots.
Coming through, people.
11 knots. 13 knots.
Lower middle ground UPS 6478 requesting
14 knots.
pushback.
12 knots.
UPS 6478 pushback request accepted.
11 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots. 12 knots.
I hear you out there, girl.
13 knots. 12 knots. 11 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots.
Lower middle ground UPS
13 knots.
6478 requesting the end of pushback.
15 knots.
UPS 6478 request to end pushback
17 knots.
received.
20 knots. 19 knots. 18 knots.
Lower middle ground UPS
We gotta go way down
16
here
knots.
to this other
requesting
runway.
ready to taxi IFR.
14 knots.
Taxiway of KSDF.
UPS 6478
12 knots.
taxi to and hold short of runway 17 left using taxiway Lima, cross runway 17 left Hotel Lima. Contact tower on 124 decimal 2 when ready.
11 knots. 11 knots. 12 knots.
Taxiing hold short runway 17
11
left
knots.
using taxiway Lima, cross runway 17 left Hotel
13 knots.
Lima, UPS 6478.
Oh, okay, I got someone else in front
14
of
knots.
me.
17 knots.
See if we can hear them here in a minute.
14 knots. 14 knots. 13 knots.
Brickyard 4721
12
hold
knots.
position caution, the generic on the taxiway.
11 knots.
Brickyard 4721 continue taxi.
Taxiway of KSDF.
Roger, Brickyard 4721.
12 knots. 13 knots. 14 knots.
Oh, they're winning
15
planes
knots.
to the left of us.
16 knots. 18 knots. 19 knots. 20 knots. 20 knots.
Taxiway of KSDF.
20 knots. 20 knots. 20 knots. 18 knots. 16 knots. 15 knots. 13 knots.
Louisville ground envoy
12
tree
knots.
tree for requesting pushback. Envoy tree for pushback request accepted. Louisville ground envoy tree 672 taxi to the gate.
11 knots.
Envoy tree
12 knots.
672 taxi to gate 58 using taxiway hotel cross
14
runway
knots.
29er hotel echo kilo golf.
12 knots. 12 knots. 13 knots. 14 knots.
Taxiing to gate 58 using taxiway hotel cross
14
runway
knots.
29er hotel echo kilo golf envoy tree 672.
13 knots. 11 knots.
Taxiway
11 knots.
KSDF.
We're moving over there. As soon as I'm done with this, guys, I'll come up there, okay? So just have some patience for me.
11 knots.
UPS 6478, hold position caution, the departing generic. Hold position UPS 6478.
12 knots. 13 knots. 15 knots.
Ground envoy 3334 with whiskey ready
17
to
knots.
taxi IFR.
19 knots.
Envoy 3334 taxi to and hold short of runway
20
17
knots.
right using taxiway Golf Echo Alpha cross runway 17
20 knots.
right. Contact tower on 124
20 knots.
2 when ready.
20 knots. 18 knots. 16 knots.
Taxi
14
to
knots.
and hold short runway 17 right using taxiway Golf
12
Echo
knots.
Alpha cross runway 17 right envoy 3334.
11 knots.
Envoy 3334 hold position caution other traffic.
Taxiway KSDF.
Okay, we're on a different taxiway. We're on A now.
Hold position envoy 3334.
Com 1:124.20 parking brake.
New objective, prepare to enter runway.
X-ray Golf Sierra at runway 17 right, ready for
One
departure.
step.
Taxiway KSDF.
UPS 1272.
New
contact
sub-objective,
Louisville departure
align
on
aircraft on
132.075.
runway center line.
Good day.
Taxiway KSDF.
Aviation Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra altimeter 29.9 wind 215 at 7. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 17 right.
Parking brake off.
Cleared for takeoff runway 17 right, JMB Aviation X-ray Golf Sierra.
Parking brake on. Parking brake off.
Going to 132.075 UPS 1272.
Ready, folks. We're getting ready to go. Josh, I hope you got your seatbelt on back there. Nope. Guys, he ain't got his belt on. Let me check Brandon. Yep, Brandon's got his belt on. This one sounds pretty good.
Twelve knots.
Taxiway at KSDF.
We're on the taxiway right before 17. That's looking at the back of the plane there. That's the front. To the right and to the left.
Park and brake on. Park and brake off. Runway
New
17
objective
RKSDF slash
takeoff on
11,889.
Here we go.
1 steps.
30 knots.
Louisville Tower, UPS
50 knots.
7131
New
Airborne.
sub-objective.
northwest.
Raise
65
aircraft
knots.
nose and lift off. Joystick L axis Y.
UPS 9er 713 Louisville Tower.
New objective complete. Initial climb to 500 feet AGL. 1 steps.
17 right approach.
Gear down. Dot. Flaps 15. 561 feet per minute. 594 feet per minute.
New sub-objective.
Here goes the
Stay
gear.
in line with departure runway during initial climb.
Gear in motion. Dot. Flaps 0.
Louisville Tower,
Gear up.
UPS
Dot.
6478 at runway 17 left ready for
Gears
departure
up,
ILR
flaps
to
up.
Hamilton. UPS 6478 altimeter 29er decimal 9er 6 wind 215 at 7. Cleared for takeoff runway 17 left. JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra continue for south departure.
Louisville Tower JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra continue for south departure.
Cleared for takeoff runway 17 left UPS 6478. UPS 9er 713 wind 215 at 7. Cleared to land runway
1,000 feet.
17 right.
And off we go.
Cleared to land runway 17 right UPS 9er
Folks,
713.
heading to Scottsburg, Indiana. I don't know what the landing's going to be like. I do know I landed a Citation, the X. I landed that there earlier and it did okay. But as soon as we touched the ground, we had to turn the engines off and stop. Runway's only 2,000 feet, and it's a grass runway.
UPS 6478 contact Louisville departure on 132.075. Good day. Going to 132.075 UPS
114 knots indicated.
We're traveling at 114 knots.
Jefferson, Kentucky, United States.
We're in Jefferson,
Eastern Standard Time.
Kentucky.
1494 feet ASL. 253 feet per minute. 1512 feet ASL.
And we're at 1,500 feet.
240 feet per minute. 1536 feet ASL.
We got something beeping at us.
Left line main, 50%, 33 pounds, 6 gallons. Engine 2 colon, CHT colon, -4. Right line main, 50%, 33 pounds, 6. Tank not available. Left line main, 50%, 33 pounds, 6 gallons. Right line main, 50%, 33 pounds, 6 gallons.
33 pounds. So 6 gallons is 33 pounds. Wait a minute. That can't be right.
Engine 1 colon, CHT colon, 230 F, EGT colon, 1544 F, RPM colon, 5800, manifold colon, 26 inches. Engine 2 colon, CHT colon, -460 F, EGT colon, -460 F, RPM colon, 0, manifold colon, 0 inches.
Louisville Tower UPS 90713 is going
That ain't good.
UPS
Tank not available.
90713
Left line main, 50%, 30. Engine 2 colon, CHT colon, -406. Engine 1 colon, CHT colon, 230 F, EGT colon, 1543 F.
So we only got one engine running?
Engine 2 colon, CHT colon, -460 F, EGT colon, -460 F, RPM colon, 0, manifold colon, 0 inches. 2,000 feet. Engine 2 colon CHT colon minus 460 F EGT colon minus 460 F RPM colon 0 manifold colon 0 inches.
Louisville Tower, JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
Com 1 colon 119.50 Com 1 colon
Louisville approach,
132.07.
JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type JMB Aviation VL 34 miles west of Bowman, 2,100 feet.
Jefferson,
Request
Kentucky,
clearance
United
to
States.
Transition, Charlie Airspace.
2162 feet 114 knots indicated. 328 feet per minute.
X-Ray Golf Sierra Louisville approach. Squawk 0076.
Squawk 0076 JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Squawk 0076.
JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra radar.
Jefferson, Kentucky, United States. 2274 feet ASL. 292 feet per minute.
Through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through the Charlie Airspace JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Added up 1.
That can't be right because I hear both engines running.
UPS 6478 climb and maintain 16,000 feet.
Because here at the back of the plane, you can hear them both running.
Contact Indianapolis Center on 124.625. Good day. Climb and maintain 16,000 feet. UPS 6478. Going to 124.625.
There's one engine.
1058.
And there's the other engine.
Up 2, up 1, up 2,
So,
up 1.
maybe it's just not
and
reading
up
it
1.
right.
Up attitude mode. Engine 1 colon 94. Only one available. Only one available.
Yeah, now it's saying there's only one engine available. Okay.
Cloud tracking is only available in T3, D4 and later.
We're
45 degrees. Clark, Indiana, United States.
already in Clarksville, you guys. We ain't got far to go. Then I'll be up on the server.
JMB Aviation X-Ray Golf Sierra traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 4,600 feet generic.
2941 feet ASL.
Them in sight.
108 feet per minute.
I'm not even at
JMB
4,000
Aviation
feet.
X-Ray Golf
Fool.
Sierra have the generic in sight.
UPS 6478 contact Indianapolis Center on 124.625. Good day. UPS 9er713 climb and maintain 4,000
Clark, Indiana,
feet.
United States. 3,000 feet.
Going to 124.625 UPS 6478.
As soon as I get landed, I'll be up there, guys.
2500.
Let's see where we're at here.
Clark, Indiana, United States.
We're in Clarksville, Indiana. We ain't far from Scottsburg.
Clear to sun. Southwest 1551 climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Southwest 1551 climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Continue to India uniform turning and following heading 105, resume on navigation climb and maintain 5,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 17 left approach via sun transition.
Clark, Indiana, United States.
Southwest 1551.
123 knots into 2093 feet ASL. Minus 194 feet per minute. 49 degrees. Wind colon 215 at 9 knots. Gust at 0 knots.
215 at 9 knots. I'm on the drone view now. As you can tell, I can move away from it.
One thousand.
Scott, Indiana, United States, U.S. Eastern Standard Time.
Scottsburg, Indiana.
1592 feet ASL, minus 184 feet, 972 feet ACL.
We're at 972 AGL,
1571 feet ASL.
1571 ASL. Side view, Scottsburg, Indiana. I must say they did a pretty good job on this airplane. It's pretty nice. They did a good job on the details.
Instruments on.
I didn't turn the instruments off, you bum.
Leonian Universe. Yo Yahan.
Yo, what's up, buddy? We're getting ready to land here in Scottsburg, Indiana.
Com 1 colon
Tree
122.90.
Romeo 8 traffic JMB Aviation Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Tree miles northeast 1,300 feet inbound to land runway 20.
Flaps 23.
I think it's funny they labeled that runway as runway 20 because there are no other runways.
Total fuel colon 66.0 pounds.
There's only one runway at Scottsburg. But they got it labeled as 20 for going one direction and runway 2 going the other direction.
Leonian Universe. Which plane did you take out for a spin?
I'll tell you when we get on the ground. Because I don't remember which one it was. I just picked a random one and grabbed it. It's one of the newer ones they added to 2020.
Recognizing.
Tell me, let me
Result
see
document. Reaper left parent. Reaper left parent. Visuals code. TS7 Act FS Series 3. Microsoft Flight Simulator -1.
Yeah, I'll tell you when we get landed, buddy.
$13.47 feet. 767 knots indicated. 10 feet per minute. 67 knots indicated.
Only going 67 knots. We should land okay with this thing. It shouldn't give us no problems.
Leonian Universe. Didn't think those planes would work to use with TFM.
No, it's AI, Leone. But I could go to autopilot with it and probably fly it. Let me see.
Beep. Number 1 starter engaged. Number 1 starter off.
Well, the autopilot, it didn't,
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
it must not, the button for autopilot didn't do anything, so maybe it don't have an autopilot. It's an older plane.
$1441 feet ASL. 148 feet per minute. 836 feet ACL. 1457 feet 67 knots indicated. Scott, Indiana, United States.
Here's a window view. Right side window view. We can even check on our passengers back here. Looks like Josh passed out. Brandon's drinking a martini.
$75 feet. 1545 feet ASL.
We'll be landing any minute, guys, because we're in Scottsburg, so
Scott, Indiana, United States.
just hold tight. This is the drone view. To do that, so when you're in the cockpit, you hit your end key. The key is below your home key. You hit that, and then you hit your insert key twice. Gears down, flaps are out, so we're getting ready to land, folks.
Flaps 37. 1629, 1029, 67 knots indicate, 59 feet per minute. Gear down, dot.
The gear is down. Down, down, down.
Minus 105, 1621 feet AS, 1006 feet ACL, 54 knots indicated.
Drone view here. I can go way back from it.
Leonian Universe. Sometimes it's nice to chill and let AI take care of the flight for you.
Yeah, exactly what I'm doing. There we go.
1579 feet ASL. 951 knots, minus 13 feet per minute. Minus 3 feet per minute. Minus 171 feet per minute.
There you go. You got it, baby. Come on.
Minus 112 feet per 1536 feet ASL. 1520, 936 feet ACL, 54 knots indicated. $1440 feet, minus 348 feet, 52 knots indicated. 1420 feet ASL. 1406 feet ASL. 1317, 807, 51 knots indicated.
51 bottles of beer on the wall. 51 knots indicated.
55 knots true.
55 knots true.
No recent message. Spoilers retracted. 53 knots ground speed.
53 knots ground speed.
51 knots indicated.
So ground speed would be going,
53 knots ground speed.
be like doing 53 miles an hour in a car.
1201 feet ASL, minus 200, 49 knots indicated.
Oh yeah, we're coming down.
Scott, Indiana, United States.
We're coming down. Way down. See, Scottsburg, Indiana actually is in a dip. So a lot of times when there's bad weather, it'll rain and storm here. But, you know, most of the time, you might see a funnel cloud here, but usually that stuff bounces over. Now, only
500.
only in the city of Scottsburg, though. Outside of Scottsburg, there's been damage all around us. So let me go ahead and knock on a little bit of wood and say,
1,000 feet.
New objective: prepare to land at destination airport.
here we go.
2
970,
steps.
400 feet ACL, 50 knots indicated.
400.
380, 49 knots indicated.
49 knots,
359 feet ACL,
350 feet, AGL,
916 feet ASL. 47 knots indicated.
47,
309 feet ACL,
309,
807, 288 feet ACL.
300.
288.
$210 feet ACL,
210,
792 feet 46 knots indicated.
200.
704 feet, 119, 46 knots indicated.
100.
57 feet at. 46 knots indicated.
50,
28 feet at.
40, 30, 20, 10,
On ground. 47 knots. 30 knots.
Battery master off. Number 1 ignition.
19 knots.
New objective, end the flight.
Paused. Parking brake on.
There it is.
Continue. Button.
Unpaused. Parking brake off. Parking brake on.
Let's see.
Next waypoint colon. Dot distance colon.
Come on. There we go. Anyway, there it is, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed that.
Restream chat row 1
And,
column 2. Ops 29.0.
I'll be back here a
Ops
little bit
20.
later and we'll do
9.0
another
point.
flight.
Start recording checkbox not checked.